Yahida, we're ready.
Oh, oh. Oh shit. All right. So yeah. Because our jobs fucking suck and life has been more irritating than normal this come election time, we're gonna go back and remember all of the annoying things that Karens and annoying customers do. This is level 2 retail hell. Let's get it.
What's up? I'm your
Let's
moderator, Senpai Nyera. Hope you guys remember
Hi,
that.
Bubba Senpai. We're all out of order, but we okay. We gonna keep this rocking.
I don't have to introduce me, okay? You know who I am? The only annoying senpai. Man,
And I just kind of really hope to fade to the background today. So
you better not. We talked about you better not. Look, not important, not important. Let me kick it off, okay? I answer calls for right now, right? I had a customer call me, and I'm not I'm not the person like who's opened their account or anything, so I'm not their salesperson. They usually have to talk to their salesperson, and for some reason they never call the salesperson's like direct line, so they call Yahida, right? And I'm like, okay, this is such and such, how may I direct your call for you? Whew, this lady's like, I'm gonna tell you how to run your business better. I was like, bold of you to assume that I'd be answering calls on my business. And I was like, ma'am, what is the name of your salesperson? You know the name of my salesperson. I don't even know who the fuck this is, lady. I was like, I don't know what you want. And she's like, I'm giving you tips. I was like, so do you want to talk to a manager? Because I could transfer you to a manager too. Right? No. She's like, no, I already talked to your useless managers. And I was like, so then what do you want? Like, why are you calling me? She goes, I will never do business with you people ever again. Okay. I'm like, this is literally what I'm telling her. Okay. And I was like, so if you don't want anything, you don't want to talk to your salesperson or another salesperson or a manager, ma'am, what do you want from Yahida? She's like, I want you to write down these tips. Are you giving me homework? No! Goddamn tips. Your tips suck.
Let's see.
Like,
What
I
I
am
got
not
to.
in college anymore, bitch.
Right?
I'm just like, first of all, look, bold of you to sit here and not even call the person you're mad at, but call someone who's never talked to you before. You know that you haven't talked to me before. And then she's like, I will go down there. I was like,
Okay.
come down
Sure.
there, Grandma. Amore, please don't brush my hair with that. And ow. Yeah, nah, I was like, okay. I don't know, like, and then like my coworker had to come over and she was like, so ma'am, what do you want us to do then? She's like, cause I don't like, what do you want? And then the lady hung up and then emailed me and was like, unprofessional, da da da. And then she brought up race, and I was like,
Was she a white woman?
no, she was black, and she called us, yeah, some racist names for Caucasians. And I was like, she's never even seen me before. I was like, no, that's the wild part. I was like, I literally have never talked to this person before today. Then I had one customer call, like, it was like Friday last week. And they were like, I've been calling all week. Like, what are you guys doing? Like you guys need to hire somebody else or something, or whoever's there needs to lose their job. I was like, what's your name? He's like, Sean. I was like, Sean, when did you call? And he's like, all week. I was like, Sean, I'm the only receptionist here, bro. I was like, you have not called all week because I have never heard of you. You know you haven't called all week. And then come to find out, he did business with them 3 months ago and never picked up the truck.
Wow.
These other things. Yeah. So this man really sat here and was talking to me crazy. He even called me Stephanie. And I was like,
No.
I was like,
He was like, okay, white woman. Nigga, wait, what?
yeah. I was like, Stephanie. I'm telling you, these people like really make me mad. They'll be like, nobody ever answers the phone. Like one lady came in, she's like, oh, like you came to greet me instead of the other girl who was on the phone. I was the one on the phone. Like it sounds like she was eating something. I was eating something. She's like so unprofessional. I was like, yeah, oh my god.
Like, yeah, she was terrible. She was horrible.
Yeah, oh my god. I was like,
yeah, horrible, terrible.
No, y'all should have seen it because y'all know, like, I have like a contract with these people. So I was like, yeah, it's okay. Like her time is ending here soon. So don't worry, she won't be a problem. She goes, see, this is what they need more of. People like you, and I'm trying not to crack up. And like my manager's dying. And he's just like, you stupid bitch. I was like, oh my god. Y'all like I don't even know what to do most of the time. And you know the worst part, like, because I mostly communicate with people through like phones, when they actually come up, it's not my job to like greet them or anything. It's my coworker's job, and she sits like at a desk in the front. Yahida doesn't sit up. Whew. I had some dude that I don't know why my coworker gets very upset when you call her certain things. Like she doesn't like to be called a secretary. She likes to be called an administrative assistant. I'm like, okay, but because you know, like, yeah, right, same thing. Let's be honest, same thing. It's just a fancier way of saying a receptionist. Come on.
Yeah, you're a receptionist that types up paperwork more. Yeah.
So some dude came in. He's like, I spoke to you on the phone, and my coworker was like, you didn't speak to me on the phone because she doesn't answer phones. I do. So he was like, you're the one who I talked to. I know what I'm talking about. She's like, you never spoke to me. And I was like, sir, you know, and I had to get up and like walk around the corner because of course they can't see me. So I got up and I walked around the corner. I was like, sir, you know, I was the lady you talked to. She goes, I hate it when people just sit here and keep repeating themselves and keep saying the same thing when I just told them. I was like, okay, well, there's no way he would have known. And then he turned the corner, and like most old perverts, he was like all hooped and hollering and screaming, and then see me and was like, hi, can you help me?
I hate assholes like that. Like, fuck you.
Yep. But let's not forget, managers are also garbage too. Okay. So when you talk about retail hell, it's never just customers. Because I like, after this, you know, I gotta let somebody else go because like I'm getting like anger flashes remembering this.
Well, I can
PTSD.
definitely piggyback off the manager I used to have. Her ass got fired. Like, okay,
Lucky.
lady was nice, like personality wise was nice, but she wasn't getting anything done that we were supposed to do. Like, okay, they'll have boxes piled to the ceiling in the back full of like, you know, seasonal stuff, whatever season's going on. So Christmas, Halloween, whatever holiday. And, you know, by the time we got to it and put it out on the floor, the holiday's gone.
Right.
And we were all sitting there like, why isn't this stuff getting out on the floor when it's supposed to? And that's because she was literally not doing her job. Like, okay, like when she's supposed to be in the back sorting out the stuff, you know, telling the floor people to where to put it out on the floor and everything. And she would be instead of doing that, she would be like in the other parts of the store, like straightening shelves, cleaning the bathrooms. I'm like, that's
BS
the
in her
job
time.
of your cashiers and your floor people. why are you doing their job? And so, like I said, stuff just kept getting delayed and delayed. And then she'd be like, and then, the seasonal stuff would come and she'd be like, oh, I don't want to put it out right now because I don't want people grabbing for it that quickly. And I'm like, but the point of seasonal is to start bringing in the new season. So it's got to go out. But never listened to us. And then she got fired. So we were like, well, that's gone. So
lucky. I had I'll never forget, like, this was my first time meeting, like, it was my first day starting that job, that particular job that I worked at. And I walk in and I go to the back because employees have to go to the back. So I'm like walking to the back and I get stopped by this like huge dude who just looks like Snorlax, and I like I'm so serious. You look like Snorlax. And then I found out he got lipo. Because I was like, who is this person? This tall but slimish medium hamburger built man. Like, and he tried to talk to somebody about diet and exercise. I was like, sir, they gave you a bonus and you got lipo. It's amazing that you were gone the exact amount of weeks to get lipo. But if you worked out, that wouldn't happen. Either way. So it's Snorlax decided to be like, hey. And I was like,
ew.
Hi. Yeah, I don't know. And he's just like, what's your name? I was like, Yahida. My brain was like, don't eat me. But yeah. And I was like, what's your name? And he's like, oh, sweetie, you can ask anybody here who like what my name is. Every person in this entire building knows my name. I was like, all right, whatever. And I walked away.
That's some arrogant nigga shit.
Oh no, like that made me mad because like that has happened to me multiple times. But come on. And then every time like he would try to talk to me, I would ignore him because I don't like you. And I don't know why you felt like being the head manager at a retail store was like tough and sexy and amusing, but it's not, bro. Like you work at a retail store and you're not even in corporate. You don't matter. Let's be honest. You don't matter. So I'm like, I don't care. And he targeted me for the rest of the time I was working there. Like every time and like, yeah, he would try to either get me to go over there and be near him, in front of him, or he'd be like, oh well, if you don't come over here, I'm gonna write you up. And the worst part is if you tell corporate, they're just gonna they hand him the complaints. Yeah, right. Because apparently that's what happened to the last girl before me. Poor girl.
Shit. That's why, like, I'll never get why customers don't understand. Like, okay, when we say, look, this item is like either locked up or, it's not like today. Okay, so there was a lady that called up angry because she apparently last night was told by somebody on the floor, hey, you can just come in and pick up your sewing machine without having to ask anybody. But the sewing department at my job is like a whole separate venue, right?
Oh no.
So, they have their separate like space within our store, but we have nothing to do with them. And we just kept explaining to the lady, we were like, look, the sewing department is a whole different ordeal. Doesn't even sell sewing machines. And if we do, it's through that vendor. So directly associated with it. So what's the name? They're like, yeah, so we're not directly associated with them. And what's the name? So then she was like, well, I would have talked to the manager. Manager told her the same thing. Well, your customer service sucks. I'm like,
that's
you
fair.
need to be yelling at the sewing department, not goddamn us.
Like, we literally, like, we're usually when stuff like that happens, we're like, we're sorry, you were mistold. Let's try and fix that situation. But no, you want to stand here for the next 15 minutes and just get mad. Like,
Right.
bro,
So
it's an accident. The person didn't know. I
Right.
apologize, and I'm trying to help you now. So why are you still getting mad?
Right. Why are you constantly getting mad? And so then she was like, then she's all threatening, like, I'm gonna come down there and call corporate. I'm like, you can call corporate from your phone. There's a corporate number on the back of your receipt. And she was like, no, I want to come there in person and y'all call corporate. And it never came today.
Mm.
We were just like,
Did
because
I?
we're right. We were probably right. And she was just like, no, I want to be hot and bothered constantly.
Well, hot and bothered is a phrase for being turned on, so I hope not.
She just
Well,
want
I
to
don't
be.
know.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just stay hating. Whatever.
I don't want anybody to.
Did I
look
tell
at my
y'all the
titties.
story about the lady who in the voicemail issue?
No.
I feel like I had. No, okay.
I have no
So-
idea, honestly.
So, at the bookstore that I work at, there's this period where students come in to come get their textbooks, like at the beginning of the semester. 9 times out of 10, we don't pick up the phone because we just don't have enough time to pick up the phone. There's so many people in the store that we just don't have enough time. And with COVID, it just became a whole lot worse. We were constantly doing orders, and even if we weren't having a lot of people in the store, there was still so much stuff to do. We were still not getting a chance to get to the phone. So the voicemail got full. I didn't even know the voicemail could get full on the phone. And I've worked there for years, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that.
Mhm.
But the voicemail got full. This older lady was calling over and over and over again. And so she finally came into the store, and she was like, she came in, she's like, I need to speak to, who's ever in charge. And I was there, I was up front. So I was like, I'm the supervisor. How can I help you? She's like, I need to show you something. And so she called the store on her cell phone. Actually, no, she checked out and then she said, I need to show you guys something. So she called the store on her phone. And during that whole time, she's like, I've been calling a lot and no one's been picking up the phone. And I was like, well, I'm sorry about that. We've had a lot of customers and, we don't have a lot of time to get to the phone. We're trying to check voicemails as it comes on. And she's just like, no, but I just want you guys to hear this. So she just stands there and picks up calls the store, and it goes to voicemail, and there is no, and then it goes like, unfortunately, the voicemail is full at this time. She's like, you guys need to be doing this better and answering the phone and checking your voicemail. And I'm like, lady, this is a crisis right now. We are trying to do everything that we can to trying to help you guys, but there are still a bunch of people in here, people who are coming in the store without masks, and we have to kick them out. We've got online orders out of our asses. And I'm like, I just kind of wanted to stand there and cuss her out. Like, I hate you right now.
Oh, trust me. Like, at my job, right? I'm sure it's probably at y'all jobs too, where
No.
not us, the nation is at a fucking coin shortage. And I get so many people that are mad. Well, I don't want to use my change because change is dirty. I'm like, first of all, you're paying with dollars, which is just as dirty.
It's gross
But
because I've gotten
they
gross
get
dollar
mad
bills.
when they have to like empty out their bags to get change. I'm like, we don't.
My girl.
They're like, well, why don't you get some more? The nation is empty right now. Not empty, but you know what I mean. Like, why?
Everyone's
don't
got
blame
no
you.
change, nigga. Have you ever had a customer like come in because you know them, they come in a lot, and you don't know who they are, but there's something inside you that just hates them? They're not even rude people or bad people. You just don't like their existence. I have customers who come in the store and I'm like, I don't know why, but the fact that you exist in my space right now aggravates the living daylights out of me. I want you to just go away.
And it's sad because I'm like that with even the nice people. Like, especially the nice people that make like, they get up there. Oh, I don't think I want this anymore. And I'm like, why the hell did you pick it up in my head? But I'm like, it's okay. You gotta smile through your teeth. It's okay. I'll put it back later. But I'm just like, why the hell did you pick it up? You knew you weren't gonna buy it.
I'm glad we have masks so I don't have to smile anymore.
Yes. Yes.
Lucky.
I can fake
Lucky.
smile and just grit my teeth like,
Real quick. Well, you guys are lucky, but I work with Trump supporters.
oh no!
None of them wear masks. And then one of them who had the virus a while ago, a couple of months ago, he's like, yeah, I don't see no point in needing it. I survived. I mean, yeah, it's still kind of hard to breathe. I feel like I have something in my lungs, but and I look at him and I'm the only person wearing a mask. And like my coworker looks at him and she has a look of panic on her face.
Everything's all
like,
gravy until that nigga says I had corona.
Here's my thing. And I told him, because he came in my office, I was like, get out. He was like, why? He goes, oh, you're one of them damn Dems. And I was like, listen, I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I was like, I am a decent fucking human being, which you seem to not be. I was like, let me tell you why this is important. I was like, because even though you survived, somebody else might get it from your nasty ass bacteria and they won't. I was like, somebody who has somebody who has like a medical condition, an underlying medical condition, like somebody like me. I have a blockage in my lungs and I have asthma. I've had this blockage for like 3 years now, and they can't remove it because they don't know what the fuck it is. Either way, they don't care about my life, whatever. But my breathing was like much better after having, Amora. And I was just like, you are inconsiderate. He was like, okay, but I survived. That's all that matters. I was like, are all of y'all this selfish? I was like, what is wrong with you? And it's like every time I'm wearing a mask, like they look at me like customer, like obviously Trump supporting customers. They'll look at me and they'll laugh at me or they'll like make a comment and be like, oh, are you guys one of those strict mask wearing places? And I'm just like, nah, bro, go ahead, die. Another person was like, he walks up to me and it's like he is like old. He's like, that's so mean. He's 76, right? 76 and somewhere in his like early to mid 70s. And I work with him. He's older. And he's like, that mask won't actually protect you against anything. I was like, we'll see. And he's just like, I could send you some good articles that could show you. I was like, please email them to me. He's like, well, when I find them, I will. I was like, do it. I was like, because I guarantee you, I won't be in the hospital.
Oh, I love the stares of just.
Oh yeah, I hope you make it to your next birthday, sir.
Yeah, like the stares of just people like they'll walk. That's the funny thing. They'll walk in like happy as can be. Then they see the cashier, and they're just staring at you like, I don't want to wear a mask. But I'm like, you need to wear one, sir. I ain't dying because of you.
I had a customer call me a follower. He was like,
wow.
He goes, you're really going to be a follower. You're going to let those damn Dems, well, he's like, you're going to let them damn Dems turn you into a sheep. I'm not a sheep. I'm not sheeple. I was like, no, you're an idiot. But, whatever.
At least.
And he's like, what? And I was like, what?
At least working on a college campus, it's required that you have to have a mask on. So at least I'm safe from those kind of people. There are still people who will walk in and they'll have their mask. Sometimes they'll have their mask down or something. And I'm like, that's fine. Just pull it up when you come in.
Or pull it up with like, okay, the customer will have the mask on their chin. Which I'm like, okay, it's on your face or whatever. But when you come to me, at least pull it over your face. That's what you gotta do.
I don't even care if it goes
I just started telling
nose.
people their breath is hot.
Your mouth.
I just started telling them, like,
Just
yo, your
pull
breath
it
kind of
over
hot.
your
Can you
nose.
pull it up?
And then half of them don't even wear it right because they got their mask down here, their mask on their
Yeah,
chin,
like,
mask over
I
their
was
mouth
like-
here, and I'm like, You're supposed to be protecting your breathing, stupid.
Mm.
You know, like I can't. Like I feel like people are really being over dramatic. Then I seen somebody with a sign talking about some George Floyd said he couldn't breathe. Now you're forcing us to wear masks. Now I can't breathe. Why is his breath important but mine's isn't? I was like,
George
oh, there's so much.
Floyd?
Hold on, stop. Guys, we're not gonna do this, okay? Because I'm gonna let you know right now. Mind you, that was a video that I seen. Nobody actually said that to me because we would be attending this old lady's funeral right now. So when I seen the video, I was just like, and like, you know, Bruno was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, it's not, have you ever like had a customer or a person say something so stupid you don't even know where to begin to like get their
Yes.
soul, and you're just like, how the fuck are you this stupid? How did you make it to the age that you are? Who made you so I could go punch her in the uterus and make sure she can't do it again? Like,
It's like,
why you exist?
I want to punch your mom so hard in the uterus that it undoes your existence.
Let me tell you something. I've said that, like, I've said that multiple times to some people I'm blood related to. I was like, if I see that bitch, I gotta shank her. I know she doesn't have a uterus anymore, but I gotta shank her, and just, you know, for the principle of this
Staying in the general vicinity.
where it used to sleep. You know what I mean? Look, hold on. Let me be honest. Okay, well, how I feel about, I know it's off topic, but I feel like if you abuse kids, if you have done anything terrible to a defenseless child, because let's be honest, teenagers are not gonna go over it, but kids, bro, like little kids, like for me, your uterus, I feel like your uterus needs to be ripped out. No anesthesia, just bare hand, just come on, get over here, and bah, rip it right out, like shit. No anesthetics, and I feel like the worst things that you did to, like, I would be like, hold on, how do I put this? I would lessen, if I was a judge, I'd lessen their sentence if they let me remove their like reproductive organs, men and women, unless you sexually assaulted someone, then you just get death penalty. I'm not even gonna waste the time. You get no trial. You gotta go. So like, I'm sorry, but like the guy that I'm talking about, one of the people that I'm talking about that I work with, I'm upset because he has kids, bro. He has kids. He has a wife. He's talking about how old his parents are, and you're going to their house. You don't care if they get sick. I'm just like, it's not. Wearing a mask is not a political movement. It's not a political movement. And I know customers are already assholes, so telling them they had to wear a mask just up them bitching. And then they'll be like, I'll call corporate. And I'm like, bro, call corporate. Let them know I'm doing my job and I need a raise.
Even when like when it first started, like if you even looked like you were about to cough or sneeze, the customer, I'm telling you, one time my old manager, she was checking people out and she just cleared her throat, like you know, not coughing, just clearing your throat. And the lady that she had like went ballistic. She was like, "She call corporate." She was like, you could hear her across the whole store. We were like, yeah.
Wait, hold on. At that moment, you know what I'm thinking of? Monsters Inc. When they found the sock on.
It may as well been 2319. It may as well been 2319 at that moment because I was like, God.
Yo, let me tell you something. There's these two dudes that I work with, and they've been coughing consistently. One dude just started working with us. Like he literally just started.
Oh no.
And he had been there for 2 weeks. And let me tell you something. His coughing, it doesn't sound like basic coughing. It's not like a or just it's and you're just
that
like,
nigga got corona. That nigga got that Rona.
Oh no, I let him know. Like I'm like, first of all, they call him Tay Tay at my job because his name is Taylor. I don't know. That was the hoodest thing I have ever heard someone
Is he white or
who's not
black?
from the hood be called. He's white. And the
Oh
other
yeah,
white
them.
people
Tay
called him
Tay.
Taylor. Not everyone.
See,
Yeah, yo, I'd be cracking up about his name all the time because he was there for like literally 20 minutes, and then you hear over the intercom, Tay, we need you in the office. And I'm, I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yahida, you get
I go
such
in
an
the office.
insight into how white people actually work.
Don't be racist. Look,
It's not. You
all
work
I
in a
know
whole
is,
office full of white people.
listen, I was just like, what are y'all doing? And first of all, they're all sitting here like laughing at me every time they see me, especially like the owner, and he's just like, oh, it's weird seeing you without a mask. I was like, well, I'm in my office, so yeah. Then he's just like, well, I want some of what you got in that bag. I was like, and I lifted up, I was like, my breast milk bag? And he's like, oh. I was like, I mean, it could probably protect you from corona, but I'm not giving it to you. it
For
protects
some
my
reason, I
baby.
thought
It
he
makes
was
her.
talking
I mean,
about your butt. I was like, wait, is he? You mean
I know.
her pants, like her
no,
ass?
no. But let me tell you something. Like listening to Tay Tay cough, it gives you a heart attack. I'm telling you, because it's like, okay, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong. The virus, it's some scary stuff, right? But this dude's cough is like, it is you like he half of his lung is coming out. You can
Oh
hear his
god.
like you can, and I'm like, hey, can
No.
you die quieter or take that shit outside? And he looked at me. He's like, damn, you're mean. I was like, hey, bro, you've been
Yeah,
coughing for 3 weeks. You either need a one, stay at home, or two, hurry up and kick that bucket, bro. I can't keep listening to this shit.
dude.
And
So when we were
ooh,
before we opened the stores back, we had a meeting, just me and the other managers. Um, we were like, look, people got to come in with a mask, and if they cough, you can kick them out the store. That's what my boss said. And so, because we didn't know, there was so much stuff just up in the air. And then one of my other managers, because she works in the book area, and we don't have shields back there yet. She's like, if someone coughs on me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was like, look, if you knock someone out, I won't say nothing. I'll be like, I didn't see nothing. She
no,
like,
no,
you gonna
no.
drop somebody. It's like, I
We
didn't see
just
nothing.
built.
He just fell on the ground.
You know what else is not fair? We just got, like, I'd say within the last month, we just got shields,
Oh
like
no.
glass shields at my job, and then there were other store locations that had theirs pre-made. We had to make ours by hand.
Let me tell you
Imagine
something.
that. And then of course I'm short, so like even
So
the
it's like
boss
it's
is
right here.
like the I'm here with my mask on and the glass starts here. I'm like, did you not forget half of us are short in this? But okay.
Yeah, look, she
Yeah.
don't care about them cookie elves. Let me let me tell y'all, yo, like there's this one video going around with like this lady and this dude. I guess he was filling out some paperwork for her, and she sneezes and he like sprays her in the face. And everybody's like,
Oh.
yo, like if I see it, I gotta post it. Yeah, I
I
gotta
always
see that
love
video.
I always love that meme. It's not a retail meme, but still it's just funny. Where like there's a guy, it's supposed to be representing the flu season. So there's a black guy with a fan, right? And every time he walks past like somebody that sneezes, he'll just put it in their face like, no, get away.
To blow the germs away.
Yo, let me tell you something, okay? At least, look, Kai, first of all, your job is horrible. I think
Yeah,
everybody's
like we
job
can't
is
even kick
terrible.
people out any. We're supposed to make them wear the mask, but we're not allowed to kick them out if they don't. And I'm just like, we don't
That's
even.
bull.
We're to a point right now. We're like, we don't even tell them to put it on because it's just like they're not gonna
Yeah,
listen to us,
they've
and if they
literally
do,
they literally had a worker die because of this, which is ridiculous. But
There's so many workers that get sick because of people just
no,
not wearing their mask. Just
they were attacked by customers and he died.
oh
whoa, wait a minute.
Because
god,
yes, he told them that they had to wear a mask, and like he was beaten to death. Like, well, let me say this. I don't know how true it is, but I seen it, and it was like one of those like little news clippings, and I was just like, over a mask, like And yeah, wait, hold on. And I'm just like, and you guys think we're savages. All right. Yeah, because that's not some savage shit to do. But, and I was like, I think maybe you need to be put down for thinking that this shit is okay. So, either way,
And on that,
at least, wait, hold on. Real quick though, Kai, at least you had like the shield shit or something. Nobody wears a mask at my job, but Yahida.
At least you keeping yourself safe.
Yeah, but the worst part is I'm in a building full of like 11 people who consistently laugh at me. So, and then they all had to get COVID test. Guess who didn't?
Right.
I was hoping
and
they
look,
came
you can
positive.
coordinate your mask with your outfits. At least that's what I do.
I know, right? People
No,
like, oh,
mine
they're
says the
ugly. I'm
best,
like,
so.
I use them as a fashion statement, yo. That's why I'm
Yes.
just like,
I want one with like the big teeth. You know, I want one with like the
I have like
big
5 of them with
monster
big
teeth.
Etsy.
One dude, he did it. One
Etsy,
dude,
not Yahoo, Amazon.
actually,
Well, that's
And
cool.
I
it
wish
looks
we had
so
time. I wish
cool.
we had time real quick. I don't know. Have y'all seen any real creepy masks from people? This will be the last thing, and then we'll move on. But there was a lady that came in. She had like one, like sort of like the way my lips are, but it was smiling like this. And so it had her, her eyes, but then the mask was smiling at you like. I was like, I don't like this mask. Please go away.
You
I
know
think
what?
I
Yes,
saw
I
someone
have
on
seen somebody
TikTok
with
just
something
said,
like
"I'm just
that.
going to go out with a
Probably.
plague doctor's mask. It makes sense now." And I was like,
Yes.
yeah, it
That right
does.
there, I think it's the dream.
That is.
I gotta be.
I mean, it makes sense. You can totally do it now. We're technically in a plague.
I gotta be honest. The most terrifying mask type thing I've seen was this person who was like they can't breathe like that with the mask on, so they do like this little thing, and they just like cut out the hole. That is
No.
like
I
I
hate
just
those
rather
people.
have you not wear the mask.
Mm.
Jesus. Like I'm sorry. I don't know if it's real or not, but if it is real, god damn it. Why are and you call other people stupid? You know, let's go to the next topic. Oh, you're okay, dude.
But on
Anyway.
that note, we will take a quick break and we'll be back in just one moment, you guys, for our next topic.
Welcome back, y'all. Our next topic is media we loved as kids. Let's see. It's hard to think back that far when you get a certain age, so it's like,
I
but
lost that ability in middle school.
Oh, God.
What are you talking about?
I know.
Thinking
I had
back
a
that
weird,
far.
I had a weird anime journey. So I remember the earliest thing I can remember is like around the time Cartoon Network sort of started, and then that led into anime. But then I like took a break from anime for like a few years, and then I got back into anime when I hit like middle school, high school. But generally back then, what did they have on TV? They had Sailor Moon, Hamtaro. This is anime wise, I guess.
Hamtaro.
Sailor Moon, Hamtaro. They had Astro Boy,
Didn't watch it.
and Gigantor. If people remember Gigantor, again,
too
these are
young.
like super old anime, like the beginnings of anime. So if you want to know your history, that's a couple of them that started anime off. But yeah, mainly Sailor Moon, definitely, and I guess not anime wise. It was like Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Samurai Jack, all that stuff. So, and like I said, after that point, it was all anime, which pretty much the whole spectrum. So,
I stayed on 3 channels. So if it was cartoons or as close to it as interesting as I was gonna get, that's what I watched. Because I know PBS Kids had its own separate thing that wasn't Cartoon Network, Nick, or Disney. So I was on
PBS
that too
Kids.
when I didn't have nothing else on the other 3. Every now and then, Discovery Kids,
true.
where Girlsology and Girl Up Creepy came.
I love Creepy.
The stuff.
Creepy was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe was 4Kids its own channel, or was that WB, or was it all the
Yeah,
same?
WB 4 Kids.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And randomly that, if I had the means to, and nothing else was on the other channels I was frequenting.
Right.
I
So
was
half
definitely,
anything.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah.
I'm older than you guys, so most of my stuff is actually I remember watching Ren and Stimpy.
Oh my god.
I
I love Reminisce.
when I got older, I was like, oh, I should not have been watching that. There's a lot of cartoons that were back on in the day that should not have been watching as kids. Ren and Stimpy was absolutely number
Adult
one.
Swim for the win.
Rocco's Modern Life was not for kids, but it was for kids. It was weird.
Right.
It was that weird gray zone. You're just like, just stuff.
Rocco's Modern Life taught me my first cuss word. Okay. So, y'all remember Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life?
Oh,
Yep.
He was
wow.
a steer, but his name was Heifer. I was sitting in the living room and I was talking to my brother about the character, and my mom looked at me like I was crazy. And she was like, "Excuse me, what did you just say?" I was like, "Heifer, it's the character. It's the guy, the yellow dude." She was like, "Oh, don't say that." That was my first cuss word. She was just like, "Oh."
It's funny. I actually just started rewatching Animaniacs.
I want
You
to.
can stop.
Lucky.
And it's like, oh my god, the stuff that just went over my head as a kid. And that's what I love about nowadays, when you can go back to what you used to watch. 'Cause, you know, back then, once it came on, you either video recorded it on a tape and rewatched it, or waited till it came out on DVD or something. But
Kai, those kids don't know what tape is.
videotapes,
They
look them
don't know
up.
what a videotape is.
VHS, bro. VHS.
You know what's funny? My mom had her own. She would make her own videos, so she had her own small cassette tapes. Then she had a VHS, like a cassette to VHS converter tape thing to put in the VHS. I'm just like, dang.
Yeah,
I wish I was old enough and smart enough to figure it out.
We went through like 4 or 5 VHS players, and then my mom got a VHS player that you could record onto a DVD. So, you know, when that converter, and then we just started playing. Everything was just DVDs for a long time, so it was just like, well,
DVDs was rocking it for a solid 10, 15 years, bro.
Yeah.
I remember our last VHS player broke because we watched Forrest Gump way too many times and it just got stuck in there.
I don't think we've ever had a VHS player break, but I guess at the same time, I was really the only person who was on it.
Yeah.
And it stayed in our downstairs area that most likely had a ghost in it.
Nah.
Can you stop that? Because what did Big Daddy Yahida tell you about that, bro? Yahida does not do ghost. Okay, I do not. I ghost people, but I don't do ghost.
Yeah, your Forrest Gump, Nyera, that was my family with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. If y'all remember that movie. Like,
nope.
We watched it so many times that, first of all, my mom got sick of it. She's like, "No, you watched it for a month. I am not watching it again." But I was like, it's so funny. But yeah.
My Gigi was like that with I think Disney World. She's like, "Yahida, I'd take you," and I was 19 at this time. I was like, "Oh, I want to go." She's like, "Yahida, I'd take you to Disney World." I was like, "Yahida wants to go to Disney World." She goes, "Well, honey," she goes, "I figured you were too old. You wouldn't want to go." I was like,
like, do you not
You
know
are
me?
never too old for
I
me.
am a child on the inside.
What?
Take me.
She's like, "I went so many goddamn times with your cousins and your siblings that if I fucking see Mickey Mouse one more time." Okay. I was like, "Okay, Gigi, for you, I won't."
I feel like my mom had that same mindset with us the older we got. I'm just like, hold up. They might not want to, but I'm still a child. Don't discredit me. Don't leave me out.
I don't think I really ever wanted to go to Disneyland because in California we have Knott's Berry Farm, and Knott's Berry Farm is based off of Charlie Brown, and then also they have Scooby-Doo characters there. So I was like,
you sold me.
Knott's Berry Farm, I get to hang out with Snoopy. I'm good. I'm good. Charlie Brown's. I get to see Scooby Doo and Shaggy in the gang. What's up? I'm good.
Okay, I need you to understand what this what this sounds like to somebody from the East Coast. Okay, um, for someone from the East Coast, okay, especially from like a city, when someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you to the farm," that usually means they're gonna kill you. Okay, they're gonna take you to Jesus, or you know, you're going to a plantation, and I fool me once. I'm not going. I'm good. No,
Fazbear Farm is not like that. Oh God, but they had this roller coaster called Ghost Rider. It was supposed to be the biggest wooden roller coaster in the world. I hated that damn thing. It's a completely wooden roller coaster. I mean, they still have metal slats and stuff, but it was like mostly made of wood. But I hated that thing.
Yeah. Six Flags Over Georgia has one too.
Let me tell you something. Okay.
I also have the Ninja, which I refuse to even look at. That's
don't ride it.
Nope, can't fit
Don't
on
ride it. Don't ride it. Don't ride it. I'm telling you this because me and my older sister, when my cousin, it was my cousin's birthday, and they went to Six Flags and brought everybody. Me and my older sister were like, "Ooh, ride called Ninja. That looks fun." And our dumb selves sat in the front of the ride because there was nobody. There was like literally no line, and we were like, "Oh, a ride with no line! Look how innocent we were." Sat in the front of the line, and literally, we got going, and I was like, we were moving like this, and we were like, "Oh, okay, it's a little bumpy, whatever." Then all of a sudden, it went, and then we went all the way down, going over hills and everything. We were like, "Nope." And I had a headache. I still have headaches remembering the Ninja. So
yeah, the older I got, the more that was my mindset. I'm just like, I love me a roller coaster. I will get on every one if I have the chance.
And it was the only one with the little head protector things, and we were like, "Why do you exist?"
They're on purpose. But see, that's the thing, because the wooden ride at Six Flags, I think, does the exact same thing, and it just immediately gives a headache. And I'm just like, but the stupid in me is gonna still ride them.
Let me let y'all know something, okay? Yahida does not do roller coasters, okay? Because here's the thing, okay? Maybe for everybody else, it's like, oh, I might die, but look, fool me once, all right? I will not be meeting my maker today. I will not. No, we have an appointment in such and such amount of years, and I am not in a rush.
I've been on 3 roller coasters in my entire life, and I regret all of them.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember any of those talk shows from back in the day, like Montel or Ricky Lake? Did y'all watch those?
Yes. Montel.
I didn't even think of who Ricky Lake.
I remember Rosie O'Donnell, but I don't remember.
I loved that show.
I love Rosie.
I forgot Rosie O'Donnell had a talk show.
He had a talk show.
Oh,
I'm not even surprised.
So the Roseanne, the Roseanne.
Well, yeah, Roseanne. I like Roseanne.
It's 2 different people.
OG Roseanne, not that new Roseanne.
Roseanne was not my show.
I loved it.
Rosie O'Donnell. Do you remember the live action Flintstones?
Yes,
she played Betty.
I do. Those are some good movies.
The first one?
First one.
Yeah. The first live action Flintstones. She played Betty.
There's no fucking way. Wait, hold on.
She played Betty.
I got you guys. You guys didn't hear my list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything Scooby Doo. Inuyasha until he tried me and played my bitch. Don't care. Okay, he's the entire reason I got into anime, but I'm still heartbroken. All right, I'm heartbroken. Oh my bitch, I am pissed. All right, so literally every Scooby Doo ever, I still watch them. I buy them every chance I get. I'm like at a Walmart because it's my favorite show of all time. Mm-hmm. Mystery Incorporated, they put a ton of
like the best one because lore.
That'll lead into our next topic, but definitely that one. I like that.
Shady Velma was my favorite.
Shady Velma.
No, but yet you prefer
is the whole mood.
I was like, Shady Velma was she was everything. Oh my god. Anyway, so it's so much.
Exactly.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, right. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Puffy Yumi.
Yes.
Goosebumps.
Every Of course, Goosebumps. I hated reading.
I
I love October. And
I
they
love
made-
never got
reading.
into Goosebumps, which is
'Cause you
weird
suck.
because I like weird things, like weird, creepy things. I like it. I just couldn't get into Goosebumps.
Hence why
Mhm.
we slept together. But anyway, back to the yo, like, damn, like if it's a cartoon, there's a high chance I watched it.
True.
My Life as a Teenage Robot,
Super good.
Invader Zim.
Always. I really wish they had brought that back.
I know the
Do
movie
y'all
was
remember?
We can come back to it. Sorry.
Movies up.
Do y'all remember Chalk
Um,
Zone?
Yes.
I was getting
Good
to that.
shit.
If you shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There's another show that's going to be in the next topic, but it's involved with Chalk Zone.
Go ahead, Yahida.
I
Nah,
had
fuck her. I hated it. Yeah.
Sorry.
The wild thornberries. Because
Yes.
Donnie was
life.
higher mood. Only
Like-
because hold on. Donnie was not my he only became my favorite character this year. Why, man? Somebody, whoever the fuck you, if you see this, I hate you. Whoever you are, I hate you because you ruined everything for me for the rest of my life. It was like, damn, yo, some of y'all dudes be going crazy. Like, and he's like, and you know what? I don't be believing these bitches. Bitches be like, oh, this pum pum gonna make you go crazy. And then he played it too. He's like, nah, it's okay. Well, I'm good. Let's see. And then he played Donnie. Then I was no. Oh my god. Yo, guys, my bladder is weak from pregnancy. Okay. I be running to the bathroom all the time. Thank God I have not like leaked yet, but that day I was so prepared to piss on myself.
Oh my God.
And he actually jumped up on the furniture.
You just reminded me of all those like early aughts Nickelodeon cartoons, like the Wild Thornberries, as told by Ginger, freaking what was it? Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
No,
I
hated
was
it.
like, yo, go play sports.
Y'all, I hated Rocket Power, and I could halfway care less about the Wild Thornberries. Not gonna lie, I'd watch it if I was bored enough, but I hated it.
I watched Rocket Power, but I hate it now that I'm older and I actually understand everything. I hate it now, and I'm just like,
I've never liked
the
Rocket
main
Power.
dude was a douche, and
He was a
nobody
little
did
shit.
anything about it. Nobody
I
did
was just-
anything.
Wait, hold on. But that was with most shows. My gym partner's a monkey. He was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
True.
You know
Oh
what?
my
Nah,
God. I just remembered that show when you just said it. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like I only watched it as boredom.
Oh,
Oh,
do
Foster
y'all
Sons for
remember
Imaginary Friends, because they play that shit every day.
Do y'all?
That was a great show.
Oh, guys.
Hmm?
Mama.
He just
She's
woke up.
awake.
Hello,
Uh,
tiny one.
He's like, Mom, shut up.
Do y'all remember Lloyd in Space?
Yes, I do.
Tiny bit.
Green Alien?
Just tiny bit.
Such
Because
a-
it's one of those shows I probably halfway blocked out of my head because I didn't care that deep.
Also, Teacher's Pet.
Yes, I do remember Teacher's Pet. That was
Tiny
also a
bit.
really good show.
It'd be like I had
Very
nothing
ABC
against them. I
shows.
just don't remember them because I didn't get that deep into them.
I remember Teacher's Pet only because that was the same time that they took Doug away from Nickelodeon and
Yep.
gave it to Disney. And that's the
Mom,
only reason
what
I
are you
remember.
doing?
I still could care less for Doug, even regardless of what channel it was on. Y'all, I cannot tell you why, but I did not like Doug.
I
The
didn't like it
beats,
either.
though. The beats were like one of
Okay.
the best
Like,
bands.
the music was cool, but I just didn't like to watch the show.
To this day, when I'm broke, I'll be like, I need more allowance. I'm like, yes, I need more money. Someone give me some money. Do y'all remember like some of them kids shows on
Recess?
Disney, like PB and J Otter? I mean,
Yes. Roly Poly Oly and Out of the Box are my favorite things ever. I legit made it a mission of mine to learn the whole ending song to Out of the Box, hand movement and all. I'm just like, yep, this is my stuff. This is it.
Yo, I was watching Bear in the Big Blue House the other day because that was my jam.
My mom.
I didn't mind it.
To the Big Blue House. That was
my
you
jam.
had to stay up dumb late to watch it too. Like you
I know,
had to
right?
like you.
But that's all the good things that
tired.
they were trying to phase out anyway. And I'm just like, because Adult Swim did the same shit.
Yeah.
I will never get over that. Just to watch Inuyasha episodes at 5 o'clock in the morning because you refuse to actually go look it up somewhere to watch them consecutively through.
I used to set an alarm for 6 a.m. sometime, not all the time, but when I felt like it, I was like, I'm gonna sit here and watch Inuyasha. I ain't missing this.
I just hit a point where just like, if I miss it, I miss it. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna eventually see all these episodes that happen.
I'm glad eventually television was like, okay, here's the Eastern time one and here's the Western time. So if I missed it on the Eastern time, I catch it on the Western time before I go
but you have to have cable for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely that
and
person.
I didn't have a lot of any kind of cable half the time growing up.
Well, I didn't really have it until like I moved to Georgia, honestly. New York, I didn't have that. It was all tape and stuff.
I only ever actually got to see cable type stuff a lot of the time. Was me going to Alabama to my grandma's house, which I loved because that's how I got to watch Crashbox on HBO Family. And I will save that for a different for the next one because I want it back.
Oh,
I used to watch everything.
I don't remember what it's called, but do y'all remember the fairy tales they had on HBO?
Yes.
And it'd be like a different celebrity every week?
Yes.
They adapt.
Yes.
So you actually might like it, Yahida. They took fairy tales and then they adapted them by making them in like different cultures. I think Rumpelstiltskin's one was like in the Caribbean, and they just took it and they put it in another place. And
I don't think that's a good idea, bro. Because like
you should watch it.
No, the reason why I don't think that sounds like a bad idea because Caribbeans are assholes. Like I love being like
Rumpelstiltskin had a Jamaican accent and dreads, and he was a little shit. And it was
oh my god! I think I remember that episode.
Is that man? Okay, what I'm picturing is like, for an example, like Humpty Dumpty or something, where it's like, he fell off the wall. Let me tell you something. If they did that with like Caribbeans, it's like good. Me no care. You should have never to begin with, and you're just like.
Honestly, from what I remember, they kind of did. Not all the stories, but they kind of did. I know the main one that's always stuck in my head was when Will Smith did Pinocchio.
Yeah, he did do that.
Yeah, Will Smith did Pinocchio.
I gotta look up what you guys are talking about.
Happily Ever After.
Happily Ever After.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Happily Ever After. And
what about Celebrity Deathmatch?
I miss that show.
It's supposed to be coming.
It really?
Yeah, I heard it's supposed to be coming back.
That Robot Chicken Mad TV, loved it.
Yeah, do y'all remember Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yes. I literally just watched the Mummy episode. The Mummy episode is my favorite. I don't care.
What is that?
Y'all, I fell off Aqua Teen.
I had to rewatch the Brood Witch episode. Because Binging with Babbage made the Brood Witch on his YouTube channel. And I was like, I forgot how stupid this show was.
It was.
I was like, and the opening was like the best thing ever. Like, this rap is amazing. It's like, I hated Shake so much.
If you didn't hate him, something was wrong. Right. But it's like a love-hate thing because you knew he was the dumbass of the entire thing. He's just like, why?
Absolutely.
But you're still with.
You know what? You know what? Yeah. Every time. That, and I'll never think of the wild thornberries the same ever again.
I don't want to know what you're talking about. I don't.
I will find it and I will.
Hilarious.
Right? You like what? But in the process of the story, I just couldn't picture Donnie already, and I was already dying before she even got there. I was like, oh god.
There's that one, and there was one other one. It was, you guys know, I'm pretty okay. From Vine, there was like this Caucasian girl, Woe Vicky, and she's how do I put this? She speaks like someone who has grown up in, like, a ghetto area. So, and that's an understatement. Like, they made her count to 15 one time, and hearing her say Lebanon instead of 11 was like,
Is
who,
this
why
the
do you
same
think this?
girl who can't pronounce fruit?
Yeah, no. There's a whole different person. But
Okay.
this bitch, oh my god, she was with some other girl on TikTok, and both of the girls were talking at the same time. So it's like, yeah, y'all know how we do that, like, and somebody was like looking at them, and then they turned on thing of Donnie, and they were like, this son of bitches look. Oh my god. And I was screaming because that's dead ass what they sound like and look like. Oh my god. Like, I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. Whoever made that, like, like, you gotta be put down, man. Like, you can't live making shit that funny. Like, oh my god. When I first, if I'm not wrong, like, when I first seen that, it was like right after I had Amora. So my stitches hurt because I was laughing so fucking hard. Oh my god. You guys should see it. Like, they were both really solid.
I didn't see this. All right. But on that note, we're going to move on to our last topic in just one moment, and we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Welcome back for our last segment, and we're going to be talking about shows that were taken away from us too soon. Hannibal.
Or just taken away.
What?
Yes.
But yeah, NBC had this amazing show called Hannibal. It went on for 4 seasons. 4 seasons. Oh, it should have been 6. It was so damn good.
Did it have
It was-
people?
Hmm?
Did it have real people?
What do you mean by real people?
Live action, you mean?
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know what you meant. I'm sorry. I'm confused. But yes, it was a live
Stop doing
action. It was
math
supposed to
before
be
you do this.
basically a prequel to like the Hannibal Lecter movies. And it's just excellent. It was beautiful. It was well written. Lawrence Fishburne's in there knocking shit out. Matt Mickelson made the best Hannibal I've ever seen in my life. It was great. And I was definitely on team. Why would you cancel this, NBC? You suck. But yeah,
Okay,
that's
I
at least
can
one of the
understand
shows. Any of you guys got some? That was just number one.
I'm gonna piggyback back off to Crashbox.
Yeah.
I want it back, and I'm so upset that it was only on HBO because I think it could have benefited more than just HBO. Because, like I said, not everybody has cable.
Yes,
I
Crashbox
could
was
only
super
take
fun.
advantage of it out of town. So
Oh,
upset.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Sherlock Holmes. I think it was made by I don't know, some British channel. I'm not gonna pretend to remember it. I don't.
BBC.
Is that the one with
That sounds about
Benedict
right.
in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I haven't
I'm
seen it, but I know what you're
sorry,
talking about.
but yeah, what eggs Benedict cucumber batch? I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's such a good show, and it's like it was funny because when like the last season was about to come out, that's when I started dating her father, and he was like, "What are you watching? Why are you always watching?" Like, we were friends at the time, and I was like, "Yo, bro, this show, this shit right here, ow!" I was like, "It's unbelievable." He's like, "No, it's just like an hour and a half long." I was like, "Big talk
That's
for
'cause you
someone who
don't
doesn't
watch
watch
them.
it." Yeah, he
you
can't.
watched Elementary?
Huh?
Have you
Elementary
watched
is another
Elementary?
It's a
Sherlock
show
show.
with Lucy Liu as Watson.
Yes, it was on
Worth it.
CBS. It's their adaptation of Sherlock Holmes, and they have, I want to say, 10 seasons. It's really, really good. It came
That's a lot
out
of
at
seasons.
around the same time. You get it's
Well, I
as
chose
good. It's as well written as the BBC show, but you have more of it.
No, I'm sorry. That was perfect. I felt like there needed to be way more episodes than there were. And then you're just sitting there and like when he puts everything together, you're like, am I dumb? It's like I didn't think like I was like, am I stupid? But then everybody else was like way more wrong than I was. So
Luther was also a good show on BBC.
No, you know it's like Luke Cage. Why did they cancel that?
Everything that's Netflix Marvel shows deserve to stay on forever. Why would you guys cancel it?
I wouldn't say all of them, but what I will say is, you know who should get their own show from Luke Cage all by him? Like the entire show, Luke Cage was nice, but there's this one character. It was that Jamaican dude, Bushmaster. Who? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay, I was rooting for the villain the entire season. I was like, get it, kill him, go. Oh yeah, he is the main character. You can't no, because he just had like I think I figured out what it was because like I'm obviously attracted to Caribbeans, so and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute, okay, and he's like super tall, and then like he talks a certain way, and he walks. Yeah, I already know, like New York Caribbeans. But I don't know. He was such a good character. Like you can't hate on him. He was such a good character. Like there's sometimes where you're just like the villain outshined everybody. Like,
oh yeah, perfect. Hannibal.
Oh my god. I want to. Oh, Gotham. Gotham needed more seasons too. Scooby-Doo always needs more seasons. Work on that. I
didn't know it was canceled. I thought it ended.
Yeah, Gotham ended. But she's like, it's still.
I heard that they're making another season in it before it.
But isn't it for like a whole different person's story arc though?
Yeah, they said it was a different story arc, so not Batman.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest.
Gotham wasn't even Batman's story.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was like it's Gordon's story. It's like everything before him. But that killed me, yo. Like when Barbara showed up and she's like, hey, I need to talk to you. And the girl he was actually in love with came back. He's like, yeah, Rebecca, wait. She's like, yeah, no, it can't. He's like, yeah, well, I'm late for something. She was me too, my period. And I was like, ah! Yo, like, some of these shows, like the way they be like, it is like the pettiest thing. The way that like some of these people be like putting the evidence down, like I have to smack you. That I feel just and then like the girl he was in love with just like gave him a look, and I was like, oh yeah, right. So I felt like that needed more seasons. You know what? Everything I love needs more seasons. Gotta go. You betrayed my
definitely for me, I'll say cartoon wise, I liked OKKO. A lot of people didn't really give it a chance when it was on.
I have yet to finish.
But
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, OKKO. I liked it because it was different. It was basically a life about superheroing, but there was also a life about retail at the same time. So, superheroing while you're trying to keep your job at retail. And I was like, this is so awesome.
Maintaining my secret identity.
Yeah.
I don't think it was secret, though.
Yeah, it wasn't secret because everybody knew, like, they had these hero card things where you had, like, everybody had their own super level and everything. But I liked it because it was adorable. And just watching the main character just start off, like, innocent. I'm like a new hero, so I'm gonna learn everything I need to, and then you get to see his progress throughout the whole thing. The only thing is it got canceled, so they had to basically rush through the rest of like the lore, and I was just like, I wanted to see it like spanned out, but I mean, you deal with what you deal with, so
yep. Adventure Time.
I thought that it's full run though.
Yeah, but I still want more.
Well, coming back.
That or on Host Club. Shut up, Nyera.
I said nothing.
Make the cookie.
It wasn't canceled, but they didn't finish what they had in the manga. So
Yeah.
I'll count it.
Not the point. Fuck them. They should have had more to that anyway. Okay? There's not one person on this earth that's a good person that didn't want more to Orange Host Club.
Okay, well, how about I don't care if Courage ran its full run. We still could have used more Courage.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
That shit was terrifying. When he, I'm telling you right now.
It's
okay?
what was needed.
Courage
Listen.
needed more.
Mm-mm.
I liked it. I
I
loved it.
loved it.
No, don't get me wrong. Good show. Until you're a little kid. When you're
I
a little
watched
kid,
it as a little kid.
yeah, but
Absolutely.
you're a fucking animal. That's why. Let me tell you something, okay? I'll never forget when he opened that fucking door and the little girl was there, and I was just like, okay, so little fucking girl. Then she fucking turned around. Yo,
Nope.
some of them shits like really made me, like almost shit myself as a kid, and I was just like, this is fucking terrifying. Like, why would you show this to kids?
It was the
I probably really am
creepy
that
nephew.
outlier because to this day, the worst episode Courage has ever showed me was Cat's Motel.
I
Right.
love him.
And it's just, I love cats, but that
Cats, but
episode was like
episode
nightmare
was-
fuel
yeah.
for me because of the giant spiders. They could go. That was it. That's the only thing out of Courage at any point in any
Why did
season
you say that?
that got me.
That creepy
just like,
nephew
I can't.
of Mariel's.
Well,
haunts
yeah,
me.
he's like close up there, but Cat's Motel is like the creepiest thing I have ever seen.
Mhm.
I love cats himself, but that motel part, it could go.
Yeah.
My favorite episode had to be the one with like the girl in the lake, because I was like, oh my god, she's pretty-ish, and then like fucking turned into a monster. That was like, I think that's how all men and women are on the inside.
With the lady in the
Or,
lake,
once
that
you're
was
with
the
them.
lady with like the purple hair, right?
Yep.
I do not
Yeah.
remember.
Yes, yes,
She
yes.
was in
I
a
need to
puddle
go
and shit.
rewatch for a third to fourth time because I do not remember.
She was in a puddle, and I'll never forget it because I was like, oh my god, she's so pretty. And then like, and I'll never forget when Muriel slapped the fuck.
Oh my god, y'all! Muriel as a child was like one of the
Oh.
most annoying things ever.
Was it based
Everybody
off of
wanted to slap
macaroni and
baby Muriel.
cheese?
Mm.
Everybody wanted hands with baby
Macaroni and
Muriel.
cheese. Like, oh my god, she's so cute.
So, I just thought about something that I wish had lasted longer than it did.
Yeah.
Sex.
Between the Lions.
Yeah.
I loved that show, which only just like proves to me because I've been reading since I was a kid anyway. It was just like I'm so
Readings
weird.
for the birds, bro. Mm-mm.
Wait, have y'all ever heard of a show called Reaper?
No.
Oh, the
Uh,
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I missed that.
Not that, but it was this show. So basically, this kid accidentally makes a contract with the devil, and no, he doesn't make a contract with the devil. He accidentally lets a bunch of souls out of hell, and the devil like tells him, "Look, you got to put all these people back in hell." And it's live
That
action.
sounds familiar.
What is this? The Inuyasha of souls?
It's super funny, and like I think it only lasted like 2 seasons. But like the second season, you find out he's actually like the devil's son, and he's like, it's stupid, but it's funny. And they canceled it after 2 seasons. I think it was on the CW back when it was just the WB, and I was like, man, this show was so damn good. But it was that Emergence on ABC got canceled after 1 season, even though that show was fucking amazing, and it still makes me mad. They literally like 1 season in 2019, and then we canceled it. Like, excuse me, this got me through quarantine. It's like I was waiting for this. How dare you? Also, ABC has a bad habit of canceling good shows. Emergence, they canceled Agent Carter, and Agent Carter was like one of the best Marvel shows they put out. Like, excuse me, fuck you. They canceled. ABC also ended up. Well, Disney canceled all the Netflix
I
Marvel
thought
shows.
you could handle the whole bottle. I'm joking.
But yes, those are most of my shows. Also, Fox has a bad habit of canceling all the good stuff. Like
Well,
they can't
Fox is
Sleepy
fucking
Hollow.
assholes,
They should
so.
have, but
That's
still.
what Netflix seems to be doing lately. Like, it's their good stuff that they're canceling. Like the recent Sabrina.
They
It was
canceled
supposed
it?
to go longer. Yeah, it's going for like one more season and then it's getting
Yeah,
canceled.
because I'm just like, didn't I just hear that there was a whole brand new season? It's already canceled. What?
Yeah,
Confused.
it's like
I ain't even watched any of it, but it's like
I know I was
okay.
watching Glow on there, which is a First Ladies of
Yeah,
Wrestling.
that show was good. They
I
canceled
love
the Get
Glow.
Down, and the Get Down was amazing.
There's a lot of shows.
Y'all, I'm scared. I feel like they're gonna cancel Hilda. Now I need her.
I know
They
I
are.
love
Her-
her season 2, but they haven't said anything in like a year.
Gotta be
Y'all. I
No.
love that little British child.
The same.
You know
I was
what?
also
Netflix
watching,
did one good thing. Fox canceled Lucifer because they were trash.
Right.
And then Netflix picked it up.
Yep.
And it's great. And I was
Smart
like,
move.
this was the best thing that has happened in a while. Yes, because Lucifer is amazing. You should all watch it. It's on Netflix.
Hell no. Watch Big Mouth. Oh,
I need to
what
sit
else
down
needs
and
more
catch
seasons? Archer.
up.
Archer needs more seasons.
Archer
White
just
Collar
ended
needed
its
more
rated
seasons,
season.
even though it didn't get canceled.
Yeah, Archer just
USA has some
ended.
good ass shows.
Yeah.
Nyera, shut the fuck up. I can't hear Kai. Kai, guys?
No, I was saying Archer literally just started their new season, but it's already ended because it was like really short, like 8 episodes. I was like,
I
what?
told you they've been doing that shit a lot, man. That makes me
Yeah.
mad, yo, because that shit was
But I
funny.
think they're trying to like find their common ground since the voice of Woodhouse died. So I think they're still trying to figure out what to do. So I think that's why it was so short.
I just remembered that one show I had in my head.
Which one?
Dave the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Dave the Barbarian.
I miss it.
Brandy and
A
Mr.
whip.
Whisker too.
That show was good.
Are a princess and a champ. I'm
The
not
champ-
my game.
Like the little sister and Dan were my favorite too. And I'm just like every part of it,
And
every
Hoosier
single
The band
bit.
episode will always be my favorite. I love that song.
We need more episodes of the Proud Family. I know they didn't.
Well, you know,
cancel it,
they're bringing it back,
I
but
know,
like set like a
Everybody
couple years
original.
into the future.
which is great because I want it.
Well, we're not gonna get the voice of Sticky back, probably.
We are.
Oh, he said
Wait,
he's
they-
coming back?
Yeah. He cleaned up. Apparently, he cleaned up. So
Wasn't he
now
like
he's
on
fine.
crack for a while? Wasn't he like a
What?
crackhead?
He was into some tea, y'all.
That is
like,
news to me.
Hey,
yeah,
Oh,
he was
hey,
like
I like
arrested
it.
for abuse and like I said, just look up. I forgot his name right now, but look up the guy.
Orlando Brown.
Yeah,
Yes.
just look up
Wait.
Orlando Brown and you'll see the
wasn't that the
TV
dude
ads.
who
And
was
I'm
in
like,
That's a Raven? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
that's
because
exactly
he
what
was
I-
like
You know what?
heavy
Wait.
into drugs, and then it was sad because I was like, he was Fillmore, which definitely should have had a lot more seasons.
Hell yeah. Fillmore was great. That's literally
And-
one of the best lines that talking about a white woman. Like, yo, chicken is dry too. Like, damn.
It's dry.
Oh, like, the disrespect. I love it.
Oh, I don't know if The Deep is completely finished yet on Netflix, but I hope it
I've
continues.
been keeping up though.
I hope it continues. I hope they don't cancel it because I feel like they could go further with the show still too.
Yeah.
Amazon
Even though I
canceled-
feel
what
like
was
they
it?
might have finished it
Blue
off.
Beetle?
Blue Beetle? Oh,
I
really?
think that
Was
was
it
on
a show?
Amazon, and I was like, that show's pretty good.
Hmm.
They ended Danny Phantom too soon. Fuck you, Nickelodeon. Danny
Yeah.
Phantom was amazing.
Danny
But-
Phantom, you could tell was rushed in that last season
Yes,
because
but
like they tried to fit everything in before the movie. Because the movie technically ended it.
Yeah.
yes, but Danny
Still,
Phantom
I
was
was
so good. Like the Ghost King was amazing. Future Danny was probably one of the best
Future Danny
storylines
was-
ever.
Yo, I was just so upset Future Daddy was evil, and I'm just like, no.
I know, and I was like,
Oh, that's not nice.
it's
That's
not fair.
nice.
It's so good.
Not nice.
Mhm.
No.
Oh, Kablam and Chalk Zone.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
got
I
canceled
miss
too soon.
Kablam so much.
I
Kablam
Hey,
literally.
wait, stop.
I miss my Action League now. I miss them. That was my favorite segment. I don't care. Oh, and Prometheus and Bob.
Prometheus and pop tapes.
Okay, first of all, I'm
I might
insulted.
remember
Nobody
that
said
one.
Phineas and Ferb. Fuck y'all. But
Phineas
oh my
and
I
god,
mean,
Ferb
they had
ended.
a giant, great run.
I'm
Phineas and Ferb
no.
ended, and honestly, I was happy because I got to see my favorite couple. So I was like, yes.
I just know
I
that they
had no
had a great
problems with
Star
Phineas
Wars
and Ferb
episode.
ending because I think they went
Yeah.
pretty far anyway. So I was just
Y'all
like, oh, this
suck.
is cool.
Oh,
You
speaking of
suck. Phineas and Ferb
Star versus the Forces of Evil should have been a little bit longer.
I still have not caught up.
way
I
longer.
won't say what happens, but when you see the ending, you'll see why. Because I'm like,
Oh, I think Gravity Falls could have had more seasons.
I never watched Gravity Falls, but
Oh.
I
No,
kind of
please
agree.
go watch
I
it.
wish Juniper
It's
Lee had
beautiful.
more seasons.
Yes.
No, I didn't like it.
Really?
I don't remember
thought it was
anything
so
from
good.
it, but I know exactly what you're talking about because it
How
was
did
one
you
of those
take
shows
off
I saw
one
in
stop?
passing, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Foster's Home for an Imaginary Friend should have had more episodes, and
Hell
so
no.
should Jackie
Nope.
Chan Adventures.
No, absolutely not. No.
Jackie Chan.
They had too many episodes of Foster's, only because
Maybe I
Cartoon
didn't
Network
watch
does
it
this
all.
thing. No, Cartoon Network does this thing where, like, when they put a show up, it's on like 24 fucking 7.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, Teen
That's-
Titans Go. That's
Let's not talk about Teen
consistently.
Titans.
Teen
But remember,
Titans,
that was
its regular
Foster's.
show shouldn't have got canceled because that would have been beautiful if that continued. But
Regular show is pretty good. Adventure Time is amazing.
Kids
Steven
Next
Universe,
Door.
also amazing. Codename Kids Next Door. Yeah, they're the reason I don't eat certain vegetables.
You know, you know what should have gotten canceled? Code Lyoko. I hated that show.
I hated Code
Thank you.
Lyoko.
Those big forehead bitches. Somebody need to put some
Thank
bangs on them.
you. That
Honestly,
animation style was so trash.
I think
They
that's
had a
really what
person-
got me because I was just like, I don't know if I like this.
They had a girl with bangs, but it's like her bangs
Her
were
bangs were like,
up here.
Yes. And I hated the fact that
Was
Code
she
Lyoko came
harmless?
on before Toonami, so I had to like wait for Code Lyoko
Um,
before the good shit came on. I was like,
that's
Okay.
how I feel about King of the Hill, yo. Like I really
yes, I'm
really
just like,
feel
I'm so over King of the Hill.
really? I
Sandman be
would
beating
rather
my
take King of the
ass.
Hill over The Simpsons because I love The Simpsons is okay, but it's been on too long. King of the Hill was just really good to me. Just like
It's
this
funny.
is so.
I
This
like
is
it.
how
Like, I have
people in
nothing
Texas
against
go.
it. I just get tired of seeing
It has
it.
its episodes. Another show. I was gonna technically say Steven, cause Steven Universe. Mainly because
I still have to watch
the
Future.
way
Please
it
don't end
went
it.
out, there should like okay. If y'all don't know the history, it's like Future Steven Universe Future was technically supposed to be the last season of the show, but then it was something around the time of the movie and everything came out. It was like they were gonna cancel Steven, but then they were like, nope, we'll just have this epilogue, this tiny epilogue season to finish it out. But I was just like, I wanted to see more fusions, even though Paradox is confused. But
Kai, you are absolutely focused on the wrong thing.
Mm.
You know who needs their own
well,
show?
it's still
Phoebe and Marcel.
because
I need more lesbianism in my life. That's what that showed me. That's exactly what that showed me. One, their little dances that are obviously
I need
sex.
more business
It's
being the
like-
stud of my dreams.
yes,
Business is, you know what? I was telling somebody that when I first seen it, and they were like, "Why would you think that Bismuth is a stud?" And I was like,
Bitch!
You'd be like, have you not
Right,
seen
I'm like,
Business?
"Have you not like hold on?"
She's a stud.
They were like, "No, if anything, Bismuth would like be a wife." I was like, "Yeah, it's a some bitch." Like, I was like, oh, but let me tell you something,
Thank
okay?
you.
You know who I want? Like, I want rainbow quartz, and I also want pearl and amethyst when they went opal.
Opal.
I want them to like make a sandwich with me, jibble my ghibli bits and tittle my tattles. I just I can't say sir. I'm trying to like cut down my cursing. It's hard with my child. I already did it like 8 times, but I'm really trying before she starts to speak languages.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need her calling her teacher a burrito.
You know what needed to end sooner? Dora the Explorer.
Hey, don't be
I'm
like
so
that.
upset that they kept expanding on that. It's just like,
I know they
okay.
getting
Hey,
Diego.
hold on. Diego
That was
was
the show that I
popping, yo. What
watched
are y'all
with my
talking
nephews.
about? Go, Diego. Go, Diego. Go,
Go,
Diego.
Diego.
I have nothing against Diego. I hate his cousin. That's the problem.
Diego's
George should have abandoned a
I was
long
like,
time
look
ago.
at him.
They made a
Oh,
whole live action
Like
movie.
the only saving grace for Dora for me was the learning some new language words,
Right.
swiper, and boots. That was
I always
it.
wanted Swiper to rob her. I
Do
was
y'all
like,
remember Swiper was always gonna rob them? Y'all remember Dragon Tales?
Yes.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales.
Tales.
No,
Those-
let me stop.
I legit
I
had
brought that
that
up to
song
Bruno
in my
the
head
other day.
earlier.
So
Oh,
here's
and
the
Maya
thing.
Miguel.
I
That
remember
song was
watching
jamming.
Dragon Tales, and I remember thinking the kids were Asian for the longest time until I caught an episode and they were like in like the real world, and then they were speaking Spanish, and I was like, wait,
Well,
what?
no, because I know there's an
They're not
episode
here.
with them in the
No.
There's an episode with them in the dragon world where they were speaking to the older dragon. He was speaking to them in Spanish
I
thought
didn't
they
catch
always
that.
talked
when they
Spanish.
first met him.
Oh.
Did you ever think that maybe
Did not like the cousin. I'm sorry.
I don't remember
just-
the cousin. It's okay.
You know who I didn't like most of the people in? Like Reese's kids out.
Really?
Reese's?
The
Black
actions were a little hoes. I hated them. Also, those
I
kindergarten.
hated them, especially that kid that was like. the
Oh,
entire
that
time.
one, the little teacher spec who was forever on that lady. I'm just like,
Oh
get
my
off.
God, I hated
Just
him.
go
I was like-
somewhere.
When they threw him
Yeah.
off the slide, I was like, yes.
You
y'all
talking about some? Yes, that's
Like
terrible.
of all the annoying kids that you know was there because it was what elementary, like 5th grade to go like 6th, 7th grade, somewhere in that general thing.
Yeah.
Or no, they also had younger kids in there too.
No, it was.
It was
kindergarten
everything up
fifth
to like.
grade.
Oh, it was? You
Yeah,
sure?
kindergarten to
Because I
fifth
feel like they
Kindergarten to,
also
like, fifth
showed
grade.
6th or 7th graders too.
There was a couple episodes where they had them, but they were like strange creatures from another world.
But anyway,
No.
of all the annoying kids that you know was out there in the first place, that one, it was that one, the teacher's pet dude. I'm just like,
Mhm.
of
you
all the
are.
kids
I
out
didn't
here,
like,
I'd hit in the face.
Do y'all
with
remember
Ethan.
the movie where we found out Spinelli's parents are spies?
No, what?
No, I haven't
Dude,
seen the movie
so
in
there was a
long time.
movie. I think it was in the first movie. At the end of it, you find out Spinelli's parents are spies, and she
Huh.
was, and we're like, wait, what the is happening?
It's a
know what?
news
Also,
to
Spinelli
me.
wasn't Ashley because she just like, oh no.
Oh yeah, that they
Episode.
said that was hilarious to me, and I'm just like,
Yes.
oh, I don't blame you.
Oh God, what
Just
was
like
the
don't
tall geeky
lump
girl's
me in
name?
with you.
Huh?
What was the tall geeky girl's name?
Gretchen?
Yes, I
Gretchen.
was just like, I
Gretchen?
do
I
not
remember the yo-yo
remember.
episode where she was just balling out with yo-yos. That was awesome.
You know who used to? Real quick. You know who used to bother me from like those shows? The Gross sisters from.
I
Ashy
like
Heifers.
them. I like the short one because she always like, you
The
got
One who went through the makeover, I'm like, she's my favorite. She's willing to try new things.
Wait, I love that
Gorgeous.
episode.
Oh my God.
I always wondered what would happen if they put lotion on. Like if someone just doused them in cocoa butter, would they get color?
Well, I was bothered by
I
the
thought
fact
that happened in the makeover episode. 'Cause
No,
then-
she was
still the same
was she
color.
still blue? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, it's been
But she
a while.
was
I
popping
don't
though. She was popping, and I was like, yes,
Poppin'.
representing the thick though. Yes.
Uh,
Yes, but it was
This
like
was the thick one of all
if
three
someone
because the
just
other two
threw
were
some
like,
cocoa butter on
Yeah.
them, what would happen?
yes.
you know,
I felt that way about Nickelodeon. I'm just
Jen.
like, I'll watch the cartoons from Nickelodeon more than I'll
And
watch the
then
people type
the
I
stuff
one-
would
from
say the
Nickelodeon.
live action shows from Disney were way better,
that's not
were
nice.
way better written than the stuff from Nickelodeon. Like if you had for like iCarly and Victorious, like the writings were not great on those shows. If you went back
What the
and
fuck are you talking about?
I
do you
hated
remember
iCarly.
iCarly's writing? Do you remember iCarly's acting?
You guys are heartless. Like, oh my God.
Ned's
I hated
Declassified,
iCarly.
super
It was
good.
annoying. Like every time.
The
okay,
only,
Yeah,
for being
you call
honest,
her butter
Spencer. Spencer was the only good thing about iCarly to me.
Yeah.
every
I
time
mean,
I didn't hate it,
every
but
time
it's just like he was the
iCarly
only
on
thing.
the
I just
screen.
realized
Every time I saw iCarly on the screen, they were screaming about something. I'm like, shut up!
Also, they would just have random gags
I
that
can't
just
say I
happen.
couldn't
Like
stand
this,
it.
Hey, wait, stop. Kai, how can you come for me so hard? Like I'm right here. Like
I hated it.
Yahida
Doing this
only
yelling
likes
on
it
your
because she relates to Sam.
yeah.
I can't stand it.
I mean, I didn't hate the show. It's just I could basically care less about it.
I feel like their older shows were way better. And like Ned's Declassified was absolutely
Yes,
amazing.
all of it. I missed
Their
that
older
show.
shows, I want to say like Are You Afraid of the Dark was pretty good. Goosebumps, freaking what else? Caitlin's Way, Pete and Pete.
Hey, wait,
They
no,
had a lot of good shows on there.
Hey. Y'all not about, hold on, stop. Y'all not about to get a pass. Fuck yeah. Like, I just realized I'm in a room where everybody's an imposter but me. What the fuck? Who took all the joy and love out of your heart? iCarly was, oh my.
Okay,
This
Sam,
is
we
how
know you
you
love
can
your show.
tell.
I
No,
remember.
this is how you can tell which part of Nickelodeon you came on in, because I was like maybe middle school ish, and it came on, and I was like, this sounds annoying, it looks annoying, and I was like, where's Drake and Josh? Because I only remember
Drake and Josh, super amazing.
Oh yeah, true. I'm just like about things. I'm just like, well, I'll watch iCarly, but
that's
it's
what
not what
I
I
thought
came here
That's
for.
what I thought it was. I thought it was a Drake and Josh spinoff or something, but I was like,
Yeah.
Initially, yes, because you knew Miranda came from there, and I'm just like,
Yeah, that's initially what I thought.
but
No.
it wasn't. I was just like,
Fuck. Nah, screw yeah, yo. That hurt my feelings. But then I just thought of something. You are all older than me.
Yes.
Of course I
Yes.
thought that. Like, oh my god. I was just like, wait, why the fuck would they like that? Like, I was like a preteen, and oh my god.
I'm like,
when I was a preteen.
hear me throwing out shows like Pete and Caitlin's Way.
Right.
I am older than all of you.
no, I know Pete.
Hey, wait, hold on. Don't say that.
I know
like
of
it's
it.
still in rank, okay? Enjoy your arthritis, bitch. The Amanda Show.
I miss
That
Amanda
was
show.
that- all that.
Because didn't they bring all that back at one point fairly
Yes, and it was
recently? But I
terrible.
don't. I'm just like, I don't think it did well at all.
It's still here, and they have Keenan in that. Well, not. I don't think Keenan's on it, but they have Kel in them, and I'm just like, I
Keenan
love
and
you.
Kel was absolutely one of the best shows
They have Lori Beth.
Nickelodeon's
I was
ever
like,
put out.
yes, because Lori Beth was like one of the funniest ones. But then I'm like,
Lori
y'all,
Beth Denberg.
I love you,
love that.
but y'all are too old.
Mhm.
I love you, but okay. I'm like, okay, all that, but just the adults, yeah. But new adults mixed with the new stuff, I'm like,
You know what's funny? Because to me, it's just like once you pass the like once you've hit over 18 in the first place, and you're still trying to watch something like all that, you just go to SNL, and I'm just like, it's not for me.
right.
No what?
The
Because
thing
that's
was-
basically all that was. I'm just like,
The thing was, there was SNL, there was In Living Color, and then there was All That. All That was in Living Color for kids. Living Color was
yeah.
Black people, and then SNL existed.
I was just like, because previous two, I would have no problems watching, but no
Right.
issues.
Man,
If
you know
an
how many
SNL
times
happened.
me and my siblings beat each other with socks because we were trying to be Homie the Clown from Living in Color?
No. You know what should have been
Right?
on for like 20
Hope we
different
don't play that.
Exactly.
Chappelle's Show
Um,
for way longer.
That's me and my sister.
Like, Homie, don't play that. That was the thing in the house. My mama had to
It
like
was.
stop us after a while because we had bruises. So we're actually gonna call it a good night. So remember to check us out on all of our social medias. Remember to check us out on YouTube. Subscribe. Check out all the podcast places to listen to us. And I have been your mediator, Senpai Nyera.
Lovely senpai.
AKA bitch.
chill, senpai. I can't.
And that's been Yahida, aka
Yahida! Nah, I got it. Yahida. I fucking hate it here.
aka Jerk Senpai. And this has been
That's the
SipTeawithSenpais.
nicest thing anybody's ever
You guys
called
have a
me.
good night.
You don't beat up the bear!
See you guys later. Bye.